And so we are already at hump day. Happy hump day, everyone. Yeah, normally I would do the low and high act of kindness before I do the happy whatever day of the week it is. But but lately I feel like I've been forgetting to do that, so let's see. I'm gonna try doing it the happy whatever day of the week it is first. So there we go. Now let's get to the low and high act of kindness. This low is actually a bit nitpicky for me, but last night I visited my folks, and I guess I was kind of expecting my mom to make something, but we wound up having picnic pizza instead. Oh, don't get me wrong, I love picnic pizza. Absolutely. I mean, well, full disclosure, we ordered pizza and wings, and I just had wings. I was in the mood for wings. Well, I love me some wings. You guys, at this point, if you don't know how much I love chicken wings, then you clearly are not a fan of what I do. Anyway, so we had pizza and wings for dinner last night, and it was very good. I had like a small slice of pizza, but for the most part, everything I ate was like all wings. So there you go. With extra blue cheese, of course. There's no team flats, team drums, or team boneless. Only team blue cheese. Go team blue cheese. Actually, it's funny. I have a blue shirt and I'm wearing my blue shoes. Yeah, blue shoes. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't even think I was going to talk about having dinner last night, but here we are. Okay, so I guess if I also mentioned another low is that I completely underestimated just how bad the weather has been lately in terms of the stormy weather, because several people in my folks' neighborhood, including some old friends of mine and my parents, had giant tree branches that fell in their front yards. Like, legit, the tree was splitting apart. Like, you can see like the inside wood and everything. Ugh. Not to mention they had lost power for roughly 2 days, so not good for them. But everything's fine. Everything's okay. Everybody's safe. Huzzah. Now, let's get to my high. The ultimate thing is, my high is I got to see my nephews yesterday. Got to go for them for a little bit of a walk. And spending the evening with my folks. Of course, that's always going to be a treat. And my act of kindness, actually, I did several acts of kindness. I emptied the dehumidifier for my father. I took out the garbage because today's going to be garbage day. And I emptied the dishwasher and refilled the dishwasher. So, needless to say, my mom was very grateful that I did that for her. So that's cool. With that out of the way, let's get to talking about America's Got Talent, because there was a lot of good stuff I saw. I mean, the episode opened up with tap dancing of all things. Now, I mentioned this before in the past, of like that three-legged stool that's singing, acting, and dancing. Dancing is usually like the thing I'm weakest in. It never really, I mean, don't misunderstand, I can dance, I'm able to keep a rhythm, but dancing like in an eloquent fashion, like a ballerina, or in this case a tap dancer, for the longest time never really interested me, until I got to Trinity Pauling when we did the winter production of A Day in Hollywood, Night in the Ukraine. And that's when I really got to see tap dancing like up close. And it was really good. So needless to say, I really did like this first act last night. It definitely checked a lot of boxes for me. And he flew all the way from New Zealand. Dude, right on. I mean, Stuff like that really is what America's Got Talent is all about, for sure. Just simply because, you know, what? It follows the Ratatouille logic. Like, not everyone can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, that's what resonated with me the most. This was a fantastic act to start off with. Let's see. There were a few really great singing performances. There was this one girl who did Dancing Queen by ABBA. Now, I want to make one thing clear. I love me some ABBA on occasion. If we're being honest, Dancing Queen is probably my second favorite ABBA song. I've always been a take a chance on me kind of gal. That was to get you all to laugh, by the way. Anyway, so, in case anyone's wondering, yes, I have seen Mamma Mia. I actually saw Mamma Mia in Las Vegas. Oh yeah. I saw that movie before. I saw the show before it became a movie. I hear the movie's not very good. But like the actual show, that's good. Honestly, here's the thing. If I ever was in Mamma Mia, I would totally want to be the guy who sings "Take a Chance on," who does that duet, "Take a Chance on Me," whoever that guy is. Oh, what's that character's name? Like, I know that in the movie Billy Skarsgård plays him. So, yeah, that character. Right, where was I? That was a phenomenal performance. There was this one guy named Ozzy Blood who was legit showing off just how dangerous the human body can take stuff. That was out of control. There was this one athletic group doing like all these crazy stunts on like a seesaw and like jumping through hoops and stuff like that. And my mom, because I was watching this with my mom last night, and this is before I went home. My mom was like, because it was like a bunch of guys and like one woman, and the woman, here's the thing, everyone in that group came on wearing like black shirts and jeans, and obviously this woman was too. My mom was like, I don't like that woman's outfit. I'm like, Mom, they all wore the exact same outfit walking on stage. Yeah, all the guys took off their shirts to show off their toned, hot bodies, I guess. So, so my mom sees this one woman walk up, and she's still wearing her black shirt and jeans, and she's like, I don't like your outfit. Mom, they all wore the exact same thing going on stage. It's literally like what their uniforms are. I don't know, that's sort of a nitpick my mom made that really didn't seem necessary to me. Or maybe it did, and maybe I didn't realize it. Although easily one of the, two of the craziest acts I saw was this like one magician guy who was from France, who, this guy was like all over the place. Like, I really had no idea like where it was gonna go, cause for sure there was a lot of misdirection. Like, so much misdirection. I looked up like, cause obviously all these acts are gonna be on YouTube later anyway, and this act is on YouTube right now, and it said don't take your eyes off. I agree. You need to keep your eyes glued to the screen if you want to see how this guy operates. Because he went from making a toy helicopter appear to presumably shredding up Howie's credit card, to making milk appear in a can of cola, and also that was inside the can was Howie Mandel's credit card. Like, this was something bizarre, to say the least, but in a good way. I personally really like this magic act. I think what made that act work for me was that it was also really funny. Like, there was a lot of energy to the guy, you know? Now, I absolutely have to talk about this one comedian who appeared. Because at this point in the show, because here's the thing, they don't show you every audition. The show is like hundreds, if not thousands, of people audition for AGT. But they had gone through like several strings of like comedians that were above average at best. And then you have this one guy who's like 62 years old. And before I get into his act specifically, I can't really talk about this guy without talking about one comedian that I do also really like named Dimitri Martin. If you don't know who Dimitri Martin is, he is very visual when it comes to his stand-up routine. Basically, he'll have like a giant pad with like drawings on it to further, enhance his comedy act or whatever. Actually, one of my favorite charts ever was when he did the large pad. It's a breakdown of pillow fights. It was like man versus woman, fun. Man versus man, gay. Woman versus woman, awesome. Man versus pillow, crazy. Pillow versus pillow, crazy, awesome. That still gets me every time. So basically, Dimitri Martin used pads and charts or whatever to, for his routine. This guy, who's like 62 years old, mind you, had essentially the same thing, but he went digital, like straight PowerPoint presentation. Like he talked about how he first enters the locker room at the gym, and then he gets to his locker, and all of a sudden, in the form of dots, 12 other dots appear surrounding him to get to their lockers. And the way he described it was just hilarious to me. It was great. But easily his best joke ever, and it was the final one that he had, was he talked about how when he first got married, the average statistic when it came to marriage rates, or specifically how quickly they end a divorce, was 44%, which, yeah, it really does sound about right, I guess. I mean, I think right now the average is 1 in every 3, which would be 33%. But let's be honest, statistics like that always have a margin of error, so I guess that kind of makes sense. My point is, he wanted us to look at the chart differently, as in, you could say that 44% of marriages end in divorce, or you could say that 56% of all marriages ends in death. I have no words. That was just brilliant. Because, again, till death do us part. There you go. In a way, there is no positive outcome when it comes to marriage. Again, I don't have any words. That's actually really brilliant when you think about it. I mean, don't misunderstand me. I'm a hopeless romantic myself. If I ever found the right girl and got married, of course it's going to be wedded bliss. And let's say that the marriage does end in death, be it my death or, her death. Yeah, it's going to be sad, but nothing's ever going to take away from that experience. So, again, you're talking to a glasses half full / refillable kind of guy. At least to me. So all in all, this was a fantastic episode of AGT. I mean, I'm probably going to have to look up later to see if there's any more auditions, because usually around August is when they start doing the live shows. Maybe. I don't know. I have to really look that up. Although speaking of things I gotta look up, Trevor Conroy, you totally misled me there. Okay, remember how I said yesterday that Trevor Conroy finished his Let's Play of Splatoon 2 in 64 episodes? Yesterday there was one more episode and it wasn't the bonus video. Oops. I mean, really the episode was more, post-Octo expansion stuff. Nothing really, I mean, there's a super boss, but that's really about it. All in all, there's one more bonus video Trevor Conroy is going to do. And then he'll get to whatever his next Let's Play is. Again, the first hint he gave us was it's the most important game of his childhood, which means it could be anything. And in a matter of speaking, that can be applied to today, because anything could happen today. So, got no choice but to get started. I hope y'all liked this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It would do my channel greatly. As always, I am very humbled to make this video. For all of you guys watching, enjoy for me. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to let you know. I'll be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.